Alright, so today was my second day here woofing on the farm. And what's the date? Today's the 21st of June, 2017. It's a Wednesday. Um, it was really exciting because I woke up not expecting anything. I didn't really know what to expect, so I just kind of woke up early because I didn't want to be late for anything. Made myself some breakfast because I thought if I was going to be working all day, I should definitely just have some like sustenance in my body. Um, so I ate breakfast, and then around 9 o'clock, Yumi she came to get me, and together we went to the potato field. Um, oh, on the way to the car today, she like freaked out and like pushed me, and I was like, "What's up?" She's like, "You almost stepped on a snake." I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Kome, kome." I was like, "What does that mean?" She's like, "Oh, it just means sorry." But she's like, "There was a big green snake coiled up, and you almost stepped on it, and I didn't even see it. I wish I saw it because apparently it was big, but I just didn't even look at it." So that happened, and Hebi, Hebi is snake in Japanese. Oki Hebi, Oki Hebi is big snake. Freaked me out. I screamed. Um, but yeah, we got to the car, and Yumi and Yoshiko, which is her mother. So it's his grandmother and her daughter. They both pretty much do a lot of the work around the farm. So the three of us, we went. We have to drive. So I didn't realize, but they have a lot of fields away from their home as well. And so we drove to the potato field, and it was like pretty big. I was kind of worried because I was like, wow, I don't want to, like, it's gonna be hard. Like, I think harvesting potatoes is not gonna be easy because if it's 6 hours of work, like, it's gonna be so difficult. But luckily, I realized when we got there, we don't hand, like, harvest all those potatoes because the field was just way too big. And they have, like, this potato collecting car machine. I don't know what it's called, like, but it, like, drives across the field, and it, like, digs up the potatoes and the dirt onto this conveyor belt. And so Yoshiko, Yumi, and I, and this other random guy, don't know his name, I should have asked for his name, but the four of us just kind of stand in this moving car and pick out all the bad and small potatoes and the dirt, and then the potatoes get collected. And the dirt gets back, the dirt and the little potatoes get put back into the land. Learned today that in order to sell these potatoes, they need to be at least 50 grams. So you gotta like kind of eyeball it. And if it's smaller than this, then it's not 50 grams. So you have to pick out those ones. And then if the potatoes have any green spots on them, that's like larger than like a 500 yen coin, which is also around that big. So if there's like a green spot that's that big on the potato, that's also just not, they can't sell that. So you have to pick those out as well. Um, and so we were doing that for around 40 minutes, but we had to stop because it was pouring rain. Like the weather was really bad for potato picking, basically, because if it rains too much, the dirt gets too heavy, and it just doesn't work. I guess it's just the dirt gets too heavy, and then it gets stuck in the machine. Like it just gets complicated. So we unfortunately had to stop after 40 minutes, and then I guess it's good for me because I think I needed another like day of kind of like rest because my neck is still like super sore from just sleeping on a hard bed in Tokyo, and I'm still kind of coughing. So this was good. And then I came back home. I took a nap. Yoshiko was like, "Let's just meet back at 1 o'clock and work in the greenhouse today." And I was like, "All right." So I took a nice nap, and then we worked in the greenhouse. And in the greenhouse, they have a lot of tomatoes and like strawberries. So today we picked out the bad stems from the tomato leaves and the tomato plants, and then we um, made little like support structures for each one, where you just kind of tie a string on top of the greenhouse, and you like tie it to the tomato plant, and you just like wrap it around so they have something to grow on as they get bigger, and they're already really big. So we did that, and then we watered all of it, and then I watered all the tomato plants. And after that, I did a little more weeding because there's just a lot of weeds in the soil. Just gotta get rid of that, I guess. So that like was like around Oh wow, wait, yeah, we were out for 3 hours because my work ended at 4, so it took a bit of time. I'm so surprised it didn't feel like that though. Um, thank God music exists because it really kept me going. Because while I'm working or like doing things, I don't really. It's hard. I mean, I can't small talk with them because they speak really basic English where we can communicate, but obviously it's not enough for us to like talk about things, which is kind of sad. Um, so it's like a lot of silence, but it's just like silence and like working, which is good, and then a lot of music. Thankfully, thankfully it's not just silence because then I think I'd lose my mind. But yeah, so we did that. Yumi was so kind to buy me meat because I was like, I'm not a vegetarian. I was like, I need protein. So she got me like meats and like she gave me cabbage. A lot of the food, by the way, here is just like given to me from the fields. So I get rice and then she bought me some meat, so I have some chicken now. And then I always have eggs because they have chickens as well, I guess. And then potatoes, broccoli, cabbage. So all the food they give to me, but I have to like make my own meals. So yeah, I have to basically make breakfast, lunch, and dinner for myself with all of these ingredients that they give me, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But I mean, sophomore year of college, that's what I did, so it's fine. But hopefully, I don't get too tired of doing it because it's only the second day. Yeah. So yeah, they gave me more vegetables and food. I played with the kids a bit. So Yumi has Yui, it's Yui. Oh, Yui has she has 2 daughters and they're really really cute. So the older one's 5 years old and her name's Hannah, and then the younger one's 2 years old and her name's Nina, and she's so cute. Like she'll just talk to me in her like baby slash Japanese, and I don't understand what she's talking about, but she really just talks to me like she thinks I understand. So I'm just like, yeah, like I just like listen to her. Older one actually speaks a little bit of English, so I'm like kind of learning a little bit of Japanese from her, which is good. But yeah. So after that, like that's now it's like 5 o'clock, and then starting from 5, I'm free. So I really want to explore the neighborhood, but the weather was just so bad today that I just kind of stayed in the guest house. Um, so yeah, I don't live with this. I don't live in the same house as they do. I kind of wish I did because then I feel like I'd be learning more and like interacting. But I get it. Like she has 2 young kids. Like it's probably really hectic over there. But I'm in a separate guest house, like with a separate kitchen. Like I just basically have a separate house entirely for myself. And currently there are no other woofers, so it's just me. I've just been chilling, I guess. Like after work, like what did I do? I like try to watch Rick and Morty, but the internet's really slow here. Like there's internet, it's just really slow. So like streaming anything's really just doesn't work. Um, I've been they have a lot of like intro to Japanese books, so I've been trying. I'm gonna try to learn more on my own. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've been listening to a lot of music. I've been drawing a lot more. And the place is really pretty. Like it's really just kind of like a more rural part, the countryside of Japan, and all the houses look different. The fields are different. The mountains look different. Like it's just a really completely different setting. It's really great. It's really beautiful. Apparently, there's a new woofer coming in soon, which is kind of exciting because I like being alone, but it's definitely like kind of boring and just hard because most of the time, like I said, when I'm working, I don't talk, and I think this is the longest I haven't just not talked to anyone, like sentences, like, um, which I think is good. Like it's good to just kind of chill out for a bit. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, the best and worst part about this entire thing is I'm really living the go green lifestyle right now where it's super sustainable. Like I'm making all my meals from the freaking garden next door and then I'm composting everything. Well, I'm required to. And so like when you have compost, I have to throw it out every day because it'll get smelly and like hot. And so it's like just a lot of work. Like every meal I make, there's some compost, obviously, like eggshells. Like I try my best not to have any compost, which is also kind of stressful when I'm not used to it, because I'm just like, every time I'm trying to do something, I'm like, I don't want compost, so I like try to really measure out how much I'm eating, so like I don't need to like throw anything out. And then cans and plastic bottles separated. Even toilet paper in the bathroom, I'm like not allowed to flush down the toilet because that's supposed to like pollute the water. And so I have to empty that trash can every day. Like, oh my gosh. And what else? Like, I guess that's it, but it's like kind of a lot of work. Like, it's just like, and then like doing the dishes every meal, because if I don't do the dishes every meal, like the bugs come. The bugs come and it just gets gross. So like, it's just been busy. Like, just cleaning after myself is like just a lot of work. In a sense that like, yeah, you can't really just throw anything away in the trash. Like, everything's like super set here. Got the burnables, got the compost, got the plastics, got the cans, and then like toilet garbage as well. Which is really good. Yeah. So other than that, today was a chill day, luckily. And tomorrow I think is not supposed to rain, so we're probably gonna go back to the potato fields. So we'll see how that goes. Yep. Yay. That's been good.